some other people. There you go. See if he joins us or not. He may not join us. That's okay. There's this guy on another YouTuber. His name is Eagle Nick. Really graspy voice. Talks like this all the time. Try to talk to him a little bit, but he's a very unique character. Another beautiful day in Georgia. Not a cloud in the sky. It's not super hot. Beef jerky today. I'm just eating junk. Save my appetite for dinner tonight. So, yeah. Just nibble on some stuff for up today. Trying to see you. I ran across this other YouTuber. I can't think of her name right at the moment. Total conspiracy nut job. Just scrolling the internet, trying to piece things together and explain how the world's going to come to the end on August 15th or something like that. This lady's bonkers. She has like 500 people watching her every day. Her things go all day long. So, I wonder if I can do two things at once. Hello. I want to find that lady's screen name so I can share it with you guys. I can't really share my screen because I didn't put that in the settings. So I wish you could send direct messages to YouTubers on YouTube. Makes sense. Have a little message board of some sort. They don't have to comment on a video. They can just send you a direct message. But they don't have that option on YouTube. I think they did it one time. I think they did. Watching that show alone. New season's playing right now, but I was watching the previous season. It comes out free on Netflix. They let their emotions take over, and they tap out. It's there's one lady, she tapped out. She got all emotional about her fiance. If you're familiar with the show, they get 10 contestants. They drop them off in random places in the same area. And they're alone, hence the name Alone. And they have to survive the longest, be the last one still out there. And as the show progresses, if they've been there a couple of weeks, whatever, and people can't take it, or they're not doing good, or they just give up, they call the satellite phone because they're out in the middle of no damn where and say, I'm so and so, I'm tapping out. And they're out of the game. So last man standing this season, or I shouldn't say last season, we're watching, we get $500,000. And this one lady, every one of them's got a sob story about how they want to help their kids or something like that. Nobody says they're going to take the money, go to Vegas and spend it on gambling and women. But it's always something super wholesome. Save their kids. Something like that. I'm waiting for somebody to get on there and just do something completely random. I'm going to go home and get a food truck. Serve jerky to everybody. Jerky's awesome. $500,000 and start my own business. Well, a phone booth people can rent for their parties. A photo booth, I should say. You should do a phone booth before you even slip. Bring a phone booth, set it out there, and people make people use it. It'd be the same principle as the photo booth. Leave my other phone here so I can multitask. Show stuff to you guys. Garbage truck. Still working on a couple of regular videos on the post. I want to do some stuff. That's what my brain's working. Got stuff coming up. I just got to take the time to do it, get it finished. I mean, the car wash video thing took me 10 minutes to video and maybe a half an hour to edit, and it was done. Those 1 minute videos are super easy to make. Just got to make the right one for everybody to see. Let's see what this does. That's kind of cool. It's like different stuff. See if anybody joins us. Hello, one person. What are you having for lunch today? Nobody wants to say hi. I just got to find that group of people who find me interesting, I guess. Who's a dog person out there? Who loves dogs? You like dogs or cats better? Somebody's got to say something. I'm not even getting trolls on here. I need to order parts for my truck. I want to get the headliner, visors redone. That's a couple $100 though. Hey, it's Lydia. Do you want to join me again on the live stream? Let me send you a link. My sister will join me. She's got nothing to do. The link has been sent. I got a like and a viewer. Right at 12 o'clock.
I got plenty to do. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right.
I'm making myself breakfast.
At 9 o'clock in the morning, your time.
Yes. I slept in a little bit.
That's fine.
Yes. Yesterday we went to the lake, and apparently on the way there I saw a note on the internet. They were like, "Oh, there's toxic algae, don't go in the water." I go, "But there's no date, so it's probably old." It was not old.
They didn't timestamp it for you. You're like, well, whatever. It's probably
No,
last
this
year.
is old news. This ain't current events. We're like, we had the kayak set up, we had two paddle boards, we're halfway there. We're like, we're going in this water.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then afterwards, when we dropped off our friend, because her husband couldn't go, so he was like at the house, whatever, doing like work stuff. And when we get home, he goes, "Oh, did you guys know that there was toxic algae?" And we're like, "Yeah, we saw that, but that was old." He goes, "No, it was today. They did the test today." I
Jeez.
was like, "My bad." I wanted to believe it was old.
Imagine how the people a couple hundred years ago, they didn't know about toxic algae. They just scoop up water and drink it, and probably how half that population died doing stupid stuff like that.
Yeah. This lake in particular is more of a still water lake because of where it's located, and it's surrounded by houses. So I'm not surprised it has algae. It's also a shallow lake, which is really weird. I know that's not weird to
Probably
you.
a man-made lake.
I don't know if it is.
If it's
I thought it was
surrounded by
natural.
houses and it's shallow, it's
It might. I don't know. I think I read it not as a man-made lake. I think it's a natural lake. I think it's just one of these odd lakes that are
or is it
they
more
are
of
the
a
way they
pond?
are. Maybe. It has a creek that runs through it.
Yeah, okay, so it's not still water then.
Right. It's not perfectly still. It's not stagnant.
Only somewhat still
It's a
between the
little
hours of 9
still.
and 5.
It's like it has its moments.
Okay, yeah.
But it it's not as deep as the other water bodies here because of the glaciers on the west coast. They dug like big trenches into the earth. So like the Sound and Lake Washington and Lake Union, they're like hundreds of feet deep, like multiple
Right.
hundreds of feet deep. If you
Those
lose a
crazy
body, you
glaciers.
ain't dredging that. That's a
No,
place that a body never comes back.
I wouldn't say that. Remember those people that got imploded on that little submarine? They recovered stuff from them.
I suppose. I guess the ocean is pretty deep. It's deep.
I mean, they've been down to the Titanic and all that other garbage, right?
Yes, but we have learned that you can't do that in a plastic tube with an Xbox controller. That is not how you do
It was a
it.
PlayStation. It wasn't Xbox. It was PlayStation.
PlayStation, Microsoft's like, that wasn't us.
We had
That was
nothing to do with
Sony.
it.
They had the triangle. Which direction is triangle and circle?
That would have been a super red flag. So you want me to pay $250,000 and you're going to use an Atari joystick from the 70s? Okay, great.
You know what is I think the saddest thing about that whole thing, in my opinion, isn't the billionaires, the million billionaires on there. It's that in the most typical fashion possible, the dad forced his son to go with him, and the son was like, I don't want to go to this. Don't make me go." And then they all die. And he's like, his ghost is like, "I told you I didn't want to go." And now
Gosh,
look,
and they want to portray it as it happened so fast they couldn't feel it or something like that. But you got to think that they were panicking in that capsule.
I
You
think
know,
so. I think they were already nervous going down, and that kid was probably like, "This is how I die," and then that was probably
yep,
his
and it
last
happened.
thought.
And the inside of it was just like a flat slab, and they were just kind of sitting there. Weren't chairs or anything like
No,
that.
they're all like squished together. Like, what is this? Even in the Navy, in the submarine, they got beds.
Something.
They got something.
What was the name of that craft that went down there and imploded?
Ocean Gate.
Oh, Ocean
Yeah.
Gate, really?
Yeah.
Like Watergate?
Yeah, that was the first clue that they weren't going to do well. That was it. They were like, we're going to name it after a scandal. Which is kind of funny that like Watergate is the actual name of the hotel. That's just the whole name.
Yeah.
And that we just add gate to things as if gate means
It's
scandal.
been opened up. The gates have been opened. The truth will be told. That
It will
wacko
be.
job lady, she's live right now, by the way.
Oh my God.
I
She's
came
Kate
across her
McKinnon.
again.
Kate McKinnon needs to do an SNL skit on her.
Oh, she was going on about cryptocurrency
He'll get
and
you.
AI again. And that I think she referenced something the world's coming to an end on the 15th of this month. So
Damn, I have a thing in written on the 15th. I have to go
yeah.
or I'll lose my job.
No.
That will be the end of the world, me losing my job. I just got this job.
Like you just
They-
switched jobs again?
Well, in June. Yeah. I
Okay.
work at Kaiser now. Oh no, the whole world knows where I work. Damn it.
Kaiser. But
Damn
they don't
it.
know which Kaiser.
There's only so many.
They'll narrow it down.
Just
Just
kidding. No, I
Google
work for
your name.
Gray Sloan Memorial. It's a real hospital. It's not a TV show, I swear.
I promise. I promise.
Promise. I work with Meredith Grey.
And who's that?
You know, from Grey's Anatomy.
I never watched that show.
Man,
That's
even
all your.
Peter
That's
watched
straight up
that
your
show.
alley.
I even got Peter in on it for the early seasons. I don't think he still watches it now.
I've been watching that show Lost, A&E show.
Mm-hmm.
We've watched a few seasons of it, and the last year's season is currently available on Netflix. And
Oh wow.
because this year's is actually playing, so when the current season is playing, they'll release the previous season on Netflix. That's what we're watching. It's a
They revived
$500,000.
Lost.
No, this is just called Alone. It's 10 contestants.
Oh,
They're dropped off.
Alone. I thought you said Lost. I was like,
No,
that show's
Alone.
been done.
No, and then 10 contestants. They're down to 3 now. One of the contestants, she was doing good. She had her shelter built. She had this little place for firewood, another place to cook, and she had all this. She had food stored up, and then she got emotional, and tapped out. I gotta see my boy, my
I love that
fiance.
show. Did you see the
It's pretty
season where the
cool.
guy had a panic attack?
Maybe I don't remember.
It was. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before last. Because we watch it also on Netflix when it pops up. When we get bored, we're like, oh, let's watch this season of Alone. There was this guy who had a history. He had a heart attack in the past, and he started to have a panic attack, which can feel like a heart attack. I've had one once, and it's very uncomfortable. But I was just like, I knew the signs, and I knew the way he was acting. I go, this is telling me more panic attack than heart attack. But he was like,
Okay.
I don't know what it is, and he like psyched
I
himself
think I
out,
do remember that.
and he like
Yeah.
called out. He was like day 10. He wasn't even that
All
far
right.
in.
Yeah. I think I remember. He hadn't even changed socks yet. He was
No.
gone.
He's like, this is it. This is the day. I was like, calm down, breathe.
Gosh.
He's like, I can't. Satellite phone. Where is it?
I can't say that I myself would last very long there. But these people are supposed to be professional outdoorsmen and stuff like that to get qualified to be on the show.
Bro,
I don't know.
if I had to be out in the woods, I know the meme is like, would you rather be alone in the woods with a bear or a man? Look, I don't bears.
What?
You
What kind
can't
of
talk.
meme is that?
You can't reason with a bear. There's this. Okay, someone posited this question to the universe, mainly to women, and they said, if you were alone in the woods and you were confronted with a random dude you don't even know or a bear, who would you feel safest with? And like overwhelmingly, a lot of women said the bear, and I was like, y'all clearly have not been around bears. First of all, they don't speak any language, not even.
And you can't
pig
outrun
Latin.
them.
You definitely cannot outrun a bear. I can outrun most dudes in the woods because let's face it, most dudes Most dudes in the
Like,
woods aren't going to make it very far. I saw Alone. The dude had a panic attack. Not to make light of
this
it, but
woman, she had everything built. She was doing
yeah.
good. She had food stored up, and then she just
Mhm.
sat there and cried and about her fiance, and then that was it. She was out.
Mhm.
They came and got her.
You know what it is? We grew up with a dad who talked to himself a lot, to reason things
It
out.
still does.
And then he told us, or anybody who would listen, and we learned this trait. I would do very well alone in the woods because I would just talk to that bug on the ground.
I would take a bunch of sticks and line them up and put faces on them, and I'd
Yeah.
have like a group of sticks with faces on them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Bill, how's it going today? Tom,
Yeah.
you doing good?
It'd be like that Tom Hanks movie
Susie,
all
wait your
over
turn.
again. Wilson! I would take
Yeah, I would.
my trusty fishing stick and I'd be like, all right, fishing stick, we got this today. We're getting a fish. Just one.
One of the
Singular.
contestants, if you decide to watch it, he's a younger guy, real cocky and everything. He's like, I'm going to win this, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there walking around hunting, and all of a sudden he stops. He's like, my arrows, where did my arrows go? I've lost my arrows. And it got a quiver attached to the bow. Every contestant does. And these
Mhm.
neon colored arrows hanging off the back of it. And it completely fell off, and he didn't notice it. And he couldn't backtrack his steps to go find it. So he just lost all the arrows that he had for the whole competition. To get 9. He lost all of them. And then he's trying to make his own arrows, and he's trying to test them, and they're like this. It's like, dude, how did you not find your arrows? You just backtrack and look for neon feathers in the woods. You'll find them.
They'll stand out.
Yes, he never did find them. I don't know if it's just like a gimmick part of the show where he was like told to lose them or something to add drama to the show. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
But
man.
I think they all get money. I think every contestant gets some kind of money for being on the show.
Yeah, you get a little bit. Even on Survivor, you get I think the minimum amount of money you earn if you're the first person voted off, you get $1,500. Which kind of
1,500, that's
sucks
it.
because it's only for 1 day. Like the effort to money ratio for being the first one voted off ain't worth it. I'd be so pissed if I want to be on Survivor so bad, but if I got on Survivor and I was the first one, I was like, you motherfuckers better pay me 10 grand for this day.
You know
I had to
what
quit my
what I
job.
sacrificed to be here?
I had to leave my dogs. They don't understand. The dogs don't get it while I'm on an island. They don't know. They don't speak
They're
English.
probably eating
Jeff
raw meat
Probst.
right now. And they need broccoli and carrots.
They need their carrots. They're carrot dogs. They are old and they're stuck in their ways and they don't understand why I had to go away and try to win more dog food money. They don't understand that. Clearly that's where all my money goes to is these dogs. Matt pays the
That's
bills and
sad.
I pay for the dogs. It's very balanced.
Very balanced, really.
Mm-mm-mm.
He pays the mortgage, the lights, the water, the internet, the phones,
I also
and you buy a bag of dog food.
I I also pay towards the bills.
Oh, and little doggy bags to pick up the poo.
I do pay for that. I pay for all dog expenses though. I pay for the
So you
food.
basically have one account at PetSmart, and you do like a weekly run.
Almost. I know. I get my food delivered by Chewy now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I can't
As
remember
much stuff
me
gets
going
delivered
to the
all the
store.
damn time. All the stuff
Mhm.
gets delivered all the time, and you can't go to the store.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, if it, I don't care if it's UPS, FedEx, or the post office. They hate you
Mm-hmm.
when they're
Mhm.
having to haul 80-pound bags of dog food
Mhm.
in a box.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mine is only 25 pounds. It's
Well,
lighter. So they like me a little more.
no. Stop
Than the
ordering
80-pound
dog food on the internet. Go to the
Look,
store.
they have to
It's like
be
those people
able
that
to
order
handle.
they order cases of toilet paper, regular
Mhm.
Charmin,
Mhm.
48 rolls in a big old box,
Mhm.
and we have to deliver it to the post office. And it takes up so much room in the truck
Mhm.
with crap like that when they get out there, when they get halfway down the route, they have to come back, finish loading up their vehicle, and go back out again. And they're out. It takes extra time to do all that garbage because people won't go to the store. Just go to the store. There's a grocery store right there. You can buy toilet paper. You'll be okay. You don't need the 24 or 48 pack.
If the pandemic has taught me anything,
Oh, great.
people are very scared about having poopy butts. However,
No, I'm going to stop you right there. The reason why everybody started freaking out about toilet
I know
paper
why.
when the pandemic happened is because everybody was shitting at work and they didn't have to buy toilet paper at home. And now that they're going to be forced to be home, they're
They're
like,
like, oh no.
damn, I need some toilet paper.
They should have, before they left the job, they should have popped open those things and taken the big rolls.
Everybody's pooping at work. And that's why everybody's buying toilet paper during the pandemic. And now toilet paper's everywhere. You can't sell it fast enough because everybody's gone back to pooping at work again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
We have a designated poop bathroom.
One just for that purpose.
This is important because of the way units are set up. You will have a bathroom right by the nurse's station. You don't poop in that one because everybody's sitting there. Nobody wants to smell that. But then you have another one that's further away, that's
down the
not
hall
by any desks, and that's the poop room. Ours is a bathroom. I don't know who designed this place, but it's kind of, I think this room was supposed to be originally a patient room, and it got converted into a storage room.
Okay.
So it has storage supplies. So you go through a door and you have all the storage supplies. And then there's another door. And behind that door is a bathroom with a shower. It has a shower.
Okay.
That's the.
So if you're stuck there for a long time.
Mm-hmm. If you run out of toilet paper, at least you can rinse off. Because no one's going to hear you back there. You're behind two walls at
They're
this
like,
point.
Is she using the shower? What the?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
No, I told you the truth about that toilet paper, so now you know.
Yeah, I thought the reason why was because China was like, you can't leave your house. And they had little robots being like, get back in, which was a real thing. They were policing people to stay at home. But the thing is, in China, they still got stuff delivered to their homes. But I think Americans saw that and were like, if we get in the home and then we can't leave, we'll run out of toilet paper. We need to stock up on toilet paper.
People were fighting over toilet paper.
Yeah.
There was still plenty of other stuff to be bought at the store. But the toilet paper aisle was wiped out. And they would limit people to buy only a couple packs at a time. So every customer can get a little bit. It's because they all pooped at work. I'm telling you.
It's crazy. I believe that. You know, the real life.
You see, I remember standing outside right when the COVID stuff started happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at this shopping center thing with a little grocery store in the parking lot. And I just kept watching these people with shopping carts, mounds of toilet paper on it. And that's all they had. They weren't buying any food, just toilet paper and taking the cart. This is so bizarre.
They're eating
it.
It is a bizarre thing. I don't know why people act the way they do. They either hoard milk, bread, and
if it snows, you got to get your milk sandwiches.
Yeah, you got to have French toast. Apparently, that's not how you stock up. You get all the canned food. You know what though? I'm not the only one who follows that mentality because when hurricanes would hit Florida, I'm like, oh, I got to stock up on canned food, right? And charcoal.
Yeah.
And I got to the grocery store a little late. And the only canned food left was like the canned food that nobody wants. I don't even know why they still sell
the store brand.
It's like not even store brand. It's like it's one dented cans, so botulism, and then it's two. It's just like potatoes and then like corned beef. Those are like your only options. I'm like I'll eat the potatoes, but I won't eat the corned beef. So then I go to get some charcoal bricks. Well, I go to get charcoal, Malcolm. I was so mad because this was all that was left. And I was like, I really need a charcoal, but it was organic charcoal. And I was like, how the fuck? There's not, what are you doing? You don't farm charcoal. Why is it organic? Why?
They just throw the word organic on it. I don't believe it.
Green
I don't buy organic junk. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. It's just a word. It's a buzzword.
It is a buzzword. They all have
we have organic Dr. Pepper, and it'll sell.
You don't farm Dr. Pepper. You're not there. The cans aren't
But
growing on a
there's
farm.
people dumb enough out there to buy it because it says organic on it.
You know, Peter said that when he was working at Publix, they had water that was marked as gluten free. When the whole gluten free thing started, I was
It's still
like, "Are
going
you
on.
serious? What? It's water. It's what? Why would there be
Gluten-free
gluten
water.
in water? Why are you thickening water? I
It's
need
no
my
longer
water
water.
thick and cloudy, please.
That's well
I
water.
want I just want dough. I drink my dough.
I
I
want
drink
to
8
chew my
glasses of
water.
dough. Oh,
I chew my water.
my smart water, it makes me intelligent.
Does it now?
It
How so?
enhances the neurons and makes me smarter.
It
It
took you a
does
long
not
time to
make
say that.
it doesn't make Benny smarter. Benny, you know what?
You give him smart water.
I wish. He needs something. He's kind of dumb. He can't swim.
He
He's a
can't
dog.
swim.
No. He fell into a swimming pool once and he was completely vertical going, "Ah, ah," like looking at me. I was like, what? Dog paddle. He couldn't do it. He was completely vertical, like just drowning. I was like, oh my God. I had to lifeguard save my dog. I had to save my dog. He can't handle it. Now he's on the back porch and they busted a hole through the screen because the fire detector button, like the battery dying button, like went beep, and they hated it. And Lily, terrified, she busted through the screen.
Because of a beep?
Yeah,
Beep!
it scares her.
I'm out of
It's
here.
the worst. It is aliens coming down to abduct her. It's the end of the world. So I have the screen door shut because now it's essentially a doggy door. And so Benny just came up to it and looked at it like, "Will you open this?" Even though he literally 2 seconds prior to looking at it, walked through it.
He's like, I don't want that rubbing on my belly. I want you to open this door for me.
He's like, "I know I just walked through this, but I want you to open it." And that's why I was looking at him like, maybe he needs some smart water because
It's because you're
he
feeding
already
him carrot.
forgot.
You're feeding him carrots instead of meat. That's what it
He
is.
eats meat. He eats chicken occasionally. I have these gravy
Dogs in the
packets
wild would
that
not be
have
eating carrots.
he eats salmon. He is spoiled. I have these gravy packets of salmon. They are essentially, you know how you get star kissed tuna fish in the packet? It's
Yeah.
essentially that, but smaller, with little bits of like sweet potato and regular potato. No, pumpkin and potato and chunks of salmon, like real salmon. I think humans could eat this. It's unseasoned, but people could eat this food. It is real food, not processed. And I give it to my dogs on top of their kibble as a treat. They're so spoiled.
Hmm.
They get little gravy toppers. I did not have to buy this. I saw it and I was like, that seems like a nice thing for my dogs.
I'm going to get that for them
They
since
need
I'm not
that.
paying the bills or anything.
Yeah, they're doing a very poor job at earning their keep. First of all, they're poor house guests, okay? They leave their fur everywhere. That's rude. They just use the backyard as a toilet. What's that all about? They can't even use a bathroom.
Well, I guess it's better than humans coming and doing that for you.
Oh my God, I would die. I would
Really
be
hairy
literally like,
people show up, start shitting on your couch.
oh, oh my God. There's people out there that do that somewhere. There's people who go over to their friend's house and their skin just falls off on their couch. They
I'm
don't take care
ashy.
of themselves. Yeah, they don't take care of themselves, and then they go and they dump trash in their friend's yard, and they leave. They park on the front lawn like it's a parking lot. You know what I'm talking about. You know those
Nope.
people. You've seen that.
Nope.
People parking on the front lawn. Dad has neighbors that do that now.
We've always had neighbors back in that town that would do that, park in the grass.
I think it's a
Remember the
bit
Causals across the
more.
street? They'd have two or three trucks, and one of them ran, and the other two
Yeah,
were
they were
parks
always working on them late at night at 10 p.m. That's the prime time to be checking. Does it turn on?
with no muffler.
Yeah, no muffler. Let me see if I can get this on. Oh, it must be 10 p.m. Nice.
Yeah. You didn't have
No,
to. Do you remember the neighbor that had the dogs, the hound dogs in that cage?
yes, that was
Yeah,
right next
that was,
door to us.
yeah. It had
Just
the
Alan.
raised cage. There's like 4 hound dogs in it that would howl and
Mhm.
bark all night, and just
Yeah,
piles of shit on the ground below it,
that's gross.
and they would bark and howl at everything.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
like, "Let me out! I'm dying. Someone feed me carrots."
you couldn't build a crate like that and put it in your yard today. The police they call the police on you.
Oh my god. I think nowadays the only way you can have a dog that's truly a yard dog is if you live way out in the middle of nowhere.
You
Like
could have a yard dog.
not in like suburbia anymore.
Why not?
Like cuz if the dog is like outside at night and people see it and they'll be like, "This is inhumane. I'm calling the humane society on you. You leave your dog outside all day." Yeah. It's killing you. It's choking you.
That's the dumbest thing.
Like my friend she has
Can't
a
leave your
yard
dog
dog.
outside at night. There's a law against that.
There's well, it depends on where you are, and it depends on the type of dog. So, like, my friend has a dog that loves being outside. Now, this dog is spoiled as fuck. Okay, she has the whole
You live?
backyard to
Do you
herself.
have HOA where you live?
No, I don't. But in HOAs,
Like,
they would have like rules against it.
yeah.
Well, most especially if the dog is barking all night. So if it's like a nuisance all night, they'll definitely say something. But like, there's people who've reported calling like the animal shelter or whatever on people because they left their like dog outside, and it'd be like a dog like Benny or Lily, like that size dog, and they're like, "There's
Hmm.
no way this dog can handle this heat or this cold," yada yada yada. But like, my friend has a dog that's not much bigger than Lily and Benny, and she stays outside almost all the time. They bring her in at night when it's bedtime. She sleeps inside the house at night. She does come inside. But when they're gone all day, the dog is in the backyard. The dog doesn't stay
You
in the
got
house
fenced
all
in
night.
yard. Why not?
Yeah.
Give them a dog
And
house. Put a little kiddie pool out there for them if they need it. They can
yeah.
splash around in.
Yeah, the
Whatever.
whole backyard is shaded very well. And she has like a one of those like little dog houses, but like I don't know, it's just shaped different. Anyway, she has like the bed in there with like a heating pad for the winter time so that like in the winter the dog can lay in there and be warm. And it's like it's
Yeah.
raised and it's on the back deck. So, it's safe or whatever from the rain and stuff cuz it's very rainy here. You wouldn't want a dog out in this area without shelter. It would need shelter. I
I
would
guess
leave
so.
my dogs outside, but they are spoiled. Okay, their whole life has been inside. Benny will bark at the back. I'll be in the front yard and I'll hear him barking at the door to be let in because he's found his voice at 13. he's like, he's
When
like, oh, I
when I
got,
make
I
this
got
sound,
one of these things.
when I make a sound, my person comes along.
Yeah, this past year. That's a sign that a dog is going deaf is when they start becoming more vocal, apparently. And we've noticed he's not fully deaf because he can if we're loud enough or if we get, whatever his attention, he'll respond even if he's not looking at us. So I know he can hear a little bit, but uh he'll sleep through entire like events that Lily wakes up for. Lily's a little too her ears are too sensitive and Benny's ears are not sensitive enough.
He's listening to too much heavy metal.
Yeah, he's just in his own world. But he will stand at the door and he'll just go at
That's a
first.
great impersonation.
Oh yeah, and then he'll start the barking and it's persistent. He's like and I'm like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like right here. I'm coming to the door." He's like nonstop.
Until he sees you.
Yeah. He's like Get me in
You don't
here.
have your little pictures around your kitchen like you used to. What was it?
I'm
The
in the
hot
dining
dog
room.
picture?
That's the cow. That's our I do coo. I have my pictures. They're in that area.
Oh, okay. Your hot
Yeah.
dog picture.
Yeah, my hot dog girl. And my Linus and the pumpkin patch. Notice it's all food theme. Like pumpkins, honey, hot dogs, fish, blueberry muffins.
But you don't eat hot dogs.
I don't. That's why I love this so much.
That's why you
Look,
love it so much.
look at her vapid eyes.
There's no black dots in them.
She can see into your soul.
Oh, lovely.
Hmm. It's like Coraline with the button eyes.
Excuse me.
Oh, out here. Have you ever watched the movie Coraline? Did you ever watch it with your
Yeah,
kids?
I've seen it. Yeah.
So, there's like this cat.
I think
Apparently,
so.
I don't remember the cat. I I don't think I've watched the whole movie. I think I've only seen snippets. But in Portland, someone made the cat as a statue, multiples, and like artists painted on the statues,
Eric's
and
on
now
here. Hey, Eric.
oh,
That's Eric
Stardashians.
from the Stardashians. I'm trying to get
Ooh,
him to join me on a live stream one day.
what's happening, man? You
Just sitting here
gotta you
chatting
gotta
with my
have a
sister during
topic.
lunch.
You gotta have a
Well,
lunchtime topic. What would be the
well,
topic
I
between
figured
you and the
if it's a fellow
Stardashians?
YouTube creator, we can talk about YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and things we're doing to improve our channel and our
Yeah.
talk, complain about trolls and other stuff like that, and whatever we want to
People
talk
are
about.
weird on YouTube. I think most of the weird comments come from children, though. I think it's mostly 10-year-old
Nah,
boys that don't know what to do with their lives. You're having
no, there's
beef
plenty of
jerky
adults.
for lunch?
Yep, beef jerky. That's what I had for lunch,
That's not lunch.
and
Look,
a Dr Pepper.
that's not food. What is that? Are
It's
you camping?
junk food week.
That's
I'm
what you
camping. No, I'm at the park. I'm here at the park.
That's what people eat on the
No,
mountain.
Rachel and I have, she's working first shift, so we're starting to have more dinners at home. And I just snack a little bit throughout the day so I can save my
Mm.
appetite for the evening. We got so many leftovers. I imagine we're going to have leftovers the next 3 days
Why
from
aren't
all
you
the
eating
meals
the
we've been cooking.
leftovers for lunch? That's what I do. I eat the leftovers for lunch. Sometimes the
I
food tastes
could.
even better reheated.
Some people say that. I'm not against leftovers, but having a meal with together is more special
Yeah,
than
that's true.
so.
Yeah.
Then taking it, if I take it, we won't have, we save so much, we're going to be fine for the whole weekend. We won't have to like cook or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have plenty of food to go for the rest of the time. And I just nibble throughout the day. And that's how I used to eat all the time anyway. With Crohn's, I can't
Yeah.
eat big meals. So, I get a bowl of cereal in the morning. I get a couple hours later, I'll have a granola bar. And a
Mm-hmm.
couple hours after that, I'll have a little bit of beef jerky or something like that. And I
Yeah.
just kind of graze it throughout the day. And then when supper comes along or dinner, what you want to call it, I have plenty of appetite to enjoy a really good meal. So,
Yeah. I think people are designed to be grazers. I think that's how we're
yeah,
supposed to eat. If you think
my
about it, like,
stomach's way better by just nibbling throughout the day.
well, he had cheese
I
puffs and Dr.
he
Pepper
was right.
yesterday.
I'm almost always going to have a Dr. Pepper for lunch.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I finished the Cheetos yesterday, and today I had beef jerky. So,
That's literally the food people eat when they're climbing Mount Rainier.
beef jerky and cheese puffs.
Yes, they eat junk food. My husband, like, I need a bag. He's like, I need a bag of gummy bears. That's how I'm gonna get to the top.
Gummy bears. The orange ones. They give me the extra boost I need.
Yep, yeah. I need all the orange gummy bears.
Oh,
He
I was
brought meat,
playing around with that.
cheese.
The AI video maker again. I was
Oh
messing around with
yeah.
that today, and one of the things
Mhm.
I said on there was gummy bears attacking kids. I was trying to get it to create that, and it did. It had this avalanche of gummy bears falling on these little kids, cartoon kids. So I'm gonna have I'm collecting these videos, and I'm gonna make a whole short with all these random AI videos because they're only like 5 seconds long.
Yeah.
For the free version, you can get 10
Yeah.
second, you can get up to 3 minute animations if you subscribe. But
Yeah.
it'll let me do like 4 or 5 a day. And I
Yeah.
just go in there and type in something completely random. Still can't get a good one with an elephant. I've been trying to get it to do something with an elephant.
It doesn't
It won't
understand
do elephant in a
elephants.
hot air balloon. It won't do an elephant driving a car. It won't do an elephant jumping off a waterfall.
Why don't you have an elephant showering with a waterfall? Because
I
of
want it to be
its,
complete.
but its trunk, and then
Yeah,
it will fall off the waterfall as a result. It will become one with the waterfall.
I could try it. I could try it and see.
I saw someone take that meme, of the couple laying in bed, and it's always like, I wonder what he's thinking about. He's probably thinking about that lady at work, and then his air bubble's like, I wonder how far a Nerf dart will go.
That
But
sounds
anyway,
about right.
someone took that meme and put it into AI and had it morph. It was like a lady, she like goes to like the guy and the lady go to lay down, and the lady turns into two beagle puppies that are jumping around. And he's just like, oh yay, there's puppies. And then the puppies go to settle and they turn into an old man and an old woman cuddling with him as he's aged. It's like a I'm like, I
AI
don't
stuff is
understand.
hilarious.
I don't understand what I just watched, but it was very joyful.
Yeah,
everybody was very happy and dogs were involved. So it was a
oh
good.
wow. One of the animes that I typed in for it to do, I wanted
Mhm.
ants carrying a dog in the snow.
Oh wow.
So it gave me snow, it gave me ants, and it gave me dogs. I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to ruin it. But it completely did not understand what I was saying. It
I
had
think
no
the dogs
idea.
are the ants. It was dog ants.
Dog ants. What was it, cat dog?
No, not cat dog. How did it poop? It had two heads, no bottom.
No bottom. Well, how do women with long fingernails wipe their butts?
That's why there was no toilet paper in the grocery stores.
I gotta wrap it up.
Hmm.
Ugh.
One white, boop, toss. Their toilets were clogged all the time. Or they throw it in the trash and then they throw the trash away. There's no way you can have that much toilet paper in a toilet bowl without clogging it. There's no way.
What it is, they put the end of the roll in the water, and as it flushes, they hold it so the paper could spin off the roll and go down the drain.
Mm-hmm. That is a theory. What if you invented, that brush, those bottle brushes for your cups? What if they
Okay.
just had something like that for women with long nails?
To scrub themselves clean after they poop.
But then they have a separate bucket that they rinse it off in.
Oh, okay, yeah, of
Okay.
course. They just
That
had
then they take
a
that water
janitor
that they
sink installed
rinsed
next to
in
their
and
toilet.
they throw that. This is appetizing lunch discussion. This is what you talk about while eating food. This is what the upper class.
First world problems here we're trying to solve.
These are mysteries that I need solving. They're unsolved mysteries.
Yeah, keep that up. Great.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of mysteries, it's not really mysterious. We know how it happens. But there's a meteor shower this weekend.
Oh, well, isn't that fancy?
Yeah. It peaks on what is today's date? The 9th?
I think today's the 10th. No, it's the 9th. It's the 9th. You're right.
Oh, it's the 9th. Okay.
Don't hurt yourself.
I might
Oh,
have had
your
a
eyes rolling
stroke.
back, starting to twitch.
I think Sunday the meteor shower peaks. It'll be at
Okay.
its most prolific. So if you really want to see where you are, you can see 3 different meteor showers at the same time. I think you're far
Oh,
enough
wow.
south, but where I'm at, I'll only see like 2, maybe just the 1. There's like 3
Bummer.
going on at the same time right now. But the Perseids is like the most prominent one. It always happens around this time, mid-August. So,
Cool.
yeah, something to do in the middle of nowhere.
At the middle of the night.
Rachel will
So I
be
need to go
awake.
to bed, set alarm, get back up,
Yes.
look at some stars, and then go back to bed.
Yes. Yes.
How about if I
You
just
don't
set a
have to.
camera up?
You could set
Set a
up a
camera up with a live feed. I could live
Okay,
feed
do
the
you
meteor
have-
shower.
Yeah, that would be awesome, actually, to see how it looks where you are. I saw a big one because it's been going on since like since your birthday. It started around your birthday. So I was driving home at like 2 in the morning. I was almost to the house, and I saw a big fireball go down. I was like, "Oh, that was a big one. That was a big rock."
I hope it doesn't hit the house.
Yeah, and then I stood outside on the front lawn for a while. But here's the thing, as I was driving to the house, I was like on the road right by my neighborhood, and I see the fireball, and then I turn into my neighborhood, and as I'm driving down the street, I see a possum, and I'm like, "Oh man, the night critters are out." So I'm on my front lawn looking up at the sky, but the whole time I'm thinking about that possum. And I'm like, if there's a possum, that means there's a raccoon
I
out.
think about spiders. I think about spiders all the time with that spider video. I mean,
Yeah.
there were literally hundreds of spiders in my backyard.
There are probably also hundreds of spiders in my backyard, but I'm more afraid of the possums, the raccoons, the bobcats, and the coyotes.
Coyotes.
It might be
You
the
know
end
that
of
I'm
the
gonna do
world,
that. I think that's a
Stardashian.
good idea. I'll live stream the meteor shower from my backyard because it's pretty
Yeah.
dark in the neighborhood
Mhm.
I'm in. You can see the stars really well. I was doing this one thing where you can find out when the International Space Station, is flying across the sky in your area. It'll tell you
Yep.
what time and what degree from north to look at, and you'll see the little blinking light.
Yep.
Yep.
Just be
So
like-
I mean, it's dark enough where I live where you can see that. You should be able to see a meteor
Oh.
shower.
Yeah. You can see Starlink probably too. You'll probably get a lot of Starlink.
Yeah.
But
Thanks,
they're always
Elon.
in like a grouping. It's always like in a formation. And it's just like a bunch
Yeah.
all at once. And everybody thought they were aliens. It was hilarious.
Space lasers,
They might be.
Jewish space lasers.
Look, if you're talking about space lasers, like, and you're acting like a conspiracy theorist, it's probably because you're trying to make space lasers. I'm calling Elon Musk a space laser architect because he's feeding into it. He's
You
trying to
never
make
know.
space lasers. He's trying to attack the world. He's trying to make Star Trek a reality.
Well, I guess I have to go. Eric, if you're still watching, thanks for hanging out, man. We got to get together one day next week and do a lunch feed together.
Yeah.
That's my sister Lydia, by the way.
I had breakfast, so today was brunch.
Today was brunch.
It was
I had
very
my
brunchy.
jerky. She had her eggs.
Yep.
She had coffee, and I had Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think my beverage was better than your beverage.
Well, I have a Keurig at the office, and I drink about 4 cups a day, so we're gonna be all right.
You're gonna kill your bladder.
The bathroom right there, and plenty of toilet paper. So
Just take that whole roll home with you.
I'll make sure I do all my business at work. I don't have to buy it at home.
Exactly. You have the keys. You can go back to work in the middle of the night if you have
Yeah, I'm
to.
gonna drive 45 minutes to pop a squat. That's great.
This is practical and efficient.
Well, I gotta go. So
All right. All
Bye,
right,
guys.
bye.